Hey everybody, it's Christy here. Happy holidays. I hope you've all had a fabulous holiday celebration with your friends and family, and the new year is coming. It's a time where many people make New Year's resolutions, and the standing joke is most resolutions never come to fruition. Why is that? So I want to start with a little story. Let's pretend you're somebody that is about to start your first solo trip across the country. You're about to drive from the East Coast to the West Coast. Your car is packed, you are ready to go, you start your engine and off you go. You start driving, and in about 2 hours into it, you realize you're not exactly sure where you're going, so you dig around for your road map and find out you've forgotten it. So you say to yourself, okay, I'll just keep driving west because that's the general direction that I'm trying to get to, and I'll get there eventually. Before you know it, there's a great song playing, and you get distracted, and you make a wrong exit, and you're heading south. And so then you head north, and before you know it, you're east, and you're all turned around, and you're not even heading in the general direction that you meant to go in the first place. Many of us treat goal setting this exact same way. We dream about it, we think about where we want to go, but we don't have a map to help us get there. So taking those abstract goals, those big things that we want to achieve, and breaking them down into more manageable steps, written down, will give yourself a way to integrate those steps into your daily life. This becomes your system or your blueprint towards achieving whatever those goals are. So what's a goal? A goal is anything you want to achieve. A lot of people at New Year's, they say, you know, I want to lose weight. I want to run a marathon. I want to run a more successful business. I want to take an exotic vacation, whatever it is. So the couple steps that you can take is the first thing is you have to fully understand when you set a big goal what you're willing to say yes to and also what you're willing to say no to. So for instance, if you're taking that exotic vacation, you can't go out to lunch with your friends or go out to that party on Saturday night and spend a bunch of money because you have a goal you're saving for, you're going to take that vacation, and you're willing to say no to other things to make that happen. The second thing is you have to learn to focus on that big goal when you get distracted by those nagging everyday tasks. You know, you have to have a no excuse policy for yourself when you're trying to achieve a set goal, which is why a daily system of operations is so incredibly important. It's actually more important than the goal itself. You know, think of a coach of a football team. You know, what's their goal? Their goal is to win the state playoffs or to win the Super Bowl. How do they achieve that? They achieve that by practicing every day. Practicing becomes their system. You know, you're somebody that wants to run a marathon. The marathon might be the goal, but it's the daily training and the discipline to get out there, to eat healthy, to go for that run, and to rest when needed. That becomes your system that will help you achieve that goal. If you're a business owner like myself, you know, the goal might be to make $1 million, but it's actually the system of the sales and the marketing every day that will help you to achieve that goal in the long run. Goals and systems are extremely different, you know, but here's the thing. If you actually ignore the goal completely and you follow the daily system of operations, you actually will make that goal happen anyway. So focus more on that daily activity than that big New Year's resolution that you throw out there. You know, but why? Well, many times you have that goal in place and you work towards that goal. Again, for instance, you're going to run a marathon. So you train every day and you eat right and you don't go out to parties and you do what you need to do to run that marathon. And the marathon comes and you run it and you're proud of yourself. And then you stop. You stop running. You say, well, you know, it's okay. I can eat this cheesecake. I can do whatever I want. I don't have to run anymore. And all of a sudden, something that you were passionate about and something that you loved and something that you enjoyed just ends. So those start and stop things have long-term results on, you know, the way that you feel about yourself. So following that system or that blueprint is the most important part of the process. So I do encourage people to set really big goals, but don't skip the steps of the daily activities and those smaller goals that will help you to reach that end goal and push yourself to continue. Even after you've lost the weight or you've made your first million or you've run that marathon, you want to be able to keep going. So what are your goals? You know, do you write them down? I absolutely do. I write long-term goals, monthly goals, weekly goals, and daily goals. Here's some quick food for thought. There was a Harvard study that was done a few years ago that I just find extremely interesting as far as why writing down goals or saying them out loud is so incredibly important. So this Harvard study, they asked a graduating class who of them had written down their goals for the next 5 to 10 years. And out of the graduating class, 3% had actually written down their goals. 13% had their goals in their mind, but they hadn't actually written them down or said them to anyone. And 84% hadn't really concretely defined any set goals. They went back to that graduating class 10 years later. That 13% that had thought about it, they were making 2 times as much money as the 84% that hadn't defined set goals. But that 3%, the 3% that had actually written them down, they were making on average 10% as much money as the other 97% combined. This is why writing down your goals, saying them out loud, getting a system of operations is a blueprint to follow on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis will make those New Year's resolutions your reality. So if you're somebody who found this helpful, please feel free to share. I would love it if you would comment below what your goals are for 2017 so you can make those resolutions a reality. Just put it out there, say it out loud, write it down, and get going. And let's make 2017 our best year yet. Everybody have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.